Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of RiceWashed. How was your week, Catherine?
It was good. I'm trying to think. I slept weird last night. I don't remember. I think it was one of those things where you're just like lying in bed, like, okay, I'm ready to fall asleep, and you just kind of like fall asleep without realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was like on my phone. I was just lying there, and I just went. Like,
Did you wake up?
Out. Yes, I woke up. I remember waking up in the morning, being like, "Oh wow, it's really bright out. Why is it so bright out?" And I was like, "Oh, I left my lamp on."
Because it's not sunny today.
No, I was like, "How is it? What time is it?"
What time is it?
Then I also felt bad because I was like, "Oh, I wasted electricity."
It's funny because my room is bright green. Many people know my famous bright green wall. I thought it was really cool when I was in middle school. I thought I could green screen everything.
It's a good idea.
But there's no, I didn't. But it's funny enough is that I didn't have blinds in my room ever since I was in that room. So since middle school. And so, but then I would like wake up in the middle of the night because the street light would just go into my room. And I still like constantly woke up every night. And then of course, like, okay, Josh, if that happens, you should just like get blinds and then fix the issue. But I never did. So then 2 summers ago, I was with Sherry, and Sherry was like, "We're gonna go buy you blinds." So we went to buy blinds at Lowe's. I'm pretty sure.
Lowe's.
Yeah. And then we got the blinds, and then we put them on. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Wow, the light doesn't come in when I don't wake up in the middle of the night."
It obviously didn't bother you enough to actually get blinds.
I
You were
guess
just
like,
like,
I had sleeping issues anyway, so maybe that's why.
"Oh, you were just like, this is normal."
But like sometimes I just wake up and be like, "Oh my gosh, the light!" Like, can you imagine on my bed just like this, like, oh, like multiple times? But then the funny thing is also like Sherry and Christiana would ask like, "How do you change in your room?" But then I would just like crouch. Like I was like, if I'm putting the shirt on, I would just like crouch and just like put my shirt on. And then they're like, "Excuse me."
Obviously, this is not high on your priority list.
I don't know. I just like thought it was fine. Like if I take a shower, I just bring my clothes to the shower. But then I'm like, no, like that's why you wear a bathrobe. And I'm like, I feel so exposed in the bathrobe.
What? How? You're still fully clothed in a bath?
I mean, maybe it's just like
Is this
insecurity or something. Maybe. But like, like okay, so even when I'm at home by myself, like in my apartment in Vancouver, I would like when I take a shower, I would close the door and like fully clothe myself before I leave the washroom. Is that weird?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Because like, what happens if somebody's just like, "Hey, what's up, Josh?" Why doesn't they randomly just come over? That's my fear.
I was just like, are you just leaving your front door unlocked as you're showering? Can someone just walk in?
Like even when I like go pee, like I have to have the door closed because what happens if somebody's just like,
hey, oh.
Like, don't you have that fear?
No, I mean, if I'm at home by myself, I won't pee with the door open. Does anyone else do that? I'm sure people do that.
No one has that. Is that a fear? Like, you know, like
I don't
phobia?
know. Maybe your door's locked though.
Yeah, sometimes I lock my washroom door too.
Well, no one's gonna come in. Who's gonna come in?
I don't know.
It could happen one day. You never know.
I think because I've had multiple times where people would just enter the washroom while I'm in it.
That happened to me this morning.
Oh.
My mom locked it.
You're like, hey.
That's my fault. I didn't lock it.
But like, I've had that happen to me many times. Like my like family or random strangers or whoever's in like at our house. Maybe that's why I have this fear.
Oh.
Like my front door is locked.
Weird.
What happens if somebody somehow unlocks my door and comes in and says, "Hey Josh, how's it going?" And
As you're peeing.
And I'm peeing.
Well, just let us know when that happens one day.
Please let us know in the comments. Are you on Catherine's side or my side?
Freedom to pee with the door open. It's liberating.
Is it?
It is.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just full exposure.
Yeah, it is full
It's
exposure.
full exposure.
It's the rush.
What happens is like paparazzi coming.
What are they paparazzi? I'm on the second floor.
Yeah, just like
creeping through the window.
Oh my gosh.
What are we talking about today, Josh?
I didn't even talk about my week.
Oh, right. I always do that.
This is like the third time it's happened.
I obviously don't care.
You're just like, well, I'm
I
done
don't
my
care
week,
about your
therefore Josh doesn't have a week. Well, thanks for asking, Catherine. My week, is spring break right now, so I'm kind of just chilling, but also still doing work, which is fine. It's been nice to like, I've been seeing some of my friends I haven't seen literally in 2 years, like since pandemic happened. Like things are getting a little better, so I felt like a little more safe to do that. And it's so nice to like catch up and like, just be like, what did you do in the last 2 years? Like I feel like so much has changed since then.
Mm-hmm.
But today we actually went to take some photos with some cherry blossoms. They're not all ready yet, so we found just a couple, but those photos should be up by the time this video's up. So you should go check out our Instagrams. And that was fun. It's like nice to just hang out with people because I don't clearly.
Oh, and when we were parking at our first stop, there was that creepy guy in the van.
Oh my gosh! Okay, we went to this like Clarence Street, I think. Yeah. We parked my car, and then some other van came into the street and just like stopped and like looked at us.
He was just parked on the other side of the road,
Yeah.
just like parked there, car on, just looking at us. We're trying to figure out like where else we could go on our phones.
And then Catherine and I was just like, does this person live here or something? Like, you know, like maybe we're in their spot, but like it's like street parking, right? So there's room behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And then this person like goes past us, 3 points, turns, backs into like the driveway of the house. We're like, oh, maybe it's their house. Let's go somewhere else. Then we leave and we loop back around, and he's not even there.
But the weird thing is, as we left, he also pulled out of the driveway and went to leave that street as well. I just didn't see where he went. So I was like, is he going to follow us? What did we do? He disappeared after
That's
that.
so
'cause
weird.
He wasn't on the street when we got
He
back.
just kind of like stared at us, and that was kind of uncomfortable. That's why I said we should just leave and come back.
Yeah.
But then the fact that he just left when we left, that's annoying.
Yeah.
We could have just parked there.
I don't know. That was weird.
That was weird. Anyways, what are we talking about today, Gavin?
What are we talking about today? We are talking about our social media lives, I guess, when we were younger. Because it's definitely very different.
It's so different
from
compared
what it
to
is
now. Yeah.
Because we grew up not really having like any.
When did you get your first phone?
Grade 10 or 11.
I had my first phone in grade 8.
Wow.
And it's only because my friends in middle school, they all bunched up money because they all had cell phones. They all bunched up money and bought me a phone and paid for 6 months of my phone
That's
plan.
really nice.
I know, but that was like way back when you only had like 50 texts.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
You had to like count, and you could not like go over that over a month.
So I can receive unlimited, but I can only send 50. So I would have to count how many texts I sent out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was like very planned. Like, who should I talk to?
Strategic.
Which one should I
texting.
respond to? I'm not responding with just a thumbs up like some people do. You can't do that. That's waste of a text.
That's what triggers Josh.
But it was like grade 8 was the first time I got my first phone, and I remember just like it was just literally just texting.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was nothing else. Like we would do like funny photos because we had those weird filters on those phones, or like sometimes we would play games like the little like pinball game or solitaire. But
What was your first phone? Do you remember? What
I
was
have it
called?
upstairs. Oh, I should have brought
Is
it.
it a BlackBerry?
No, my first one was a Nokia.
Hmm.
And
Was it the tiny brick one?
no.
Oh, okay.
It was a Nokia, and it was a flip phone. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember just like I could just literally just memorize a numpad and just text in class.
Oh, was that the T9? Did you text with T9?
Yeah, T9.
Yeah.
Like it was so much easier than like my thumbs are so fat that I always get this like I always type the wrong thing. What? It's true.
You need a bigger phone.
No, it's just like even if I got a bigger iPhone, it'll be the same size, wouldn't
Your
Like-
thumbs?
it? No, the boxes.
I think it'd be a little bigger.
My thumbs will get large. So you got your first phone in grade 10. Do you remember what
Yeah.
your first phone was?
It was a Samsung. I don't know the exact name. I want to say Samsung Propel, but it like slid upwards and it had the keyboard.
Okay, so sad thing. So I had my first phone until grade 10. Grade 10, I got a brand new Sony Ericsson. It's the one with like the front screen is a touch screen. And you can flip it up. And you can like type it in it. I got it brand new from I think my birthday, and then we went to Cuba, and then my backpack got stolen.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was the only day I brought my cell phone out because I wanted to take photos, and then it was gone.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, and then it's funny enough that Christina got that phone literally for her birthday that summer, and it made me sad.
And it triggered you.
I've had a lot of really bad luck with phones. Like, it was never really my fault. Okay, one of them was my fault because I had my phone in my pocket, and I said, "Don't jump in the ocean. Like, don't jump when I'm in the ocean." I had my feet in the ocean, and then I was like, "Don't jump, or else your phone's gonna fall." And then someone was like, "Jump," and so I jumped, and then it died.
You just did what he was told.
Yeah, I was just following orders. But yeah, I remember like high school, like I had like just texting, and then I had like an iPod Touch.
Oh yes, right? Yeah.
So that's where we played games, and like we would take photos. But then there wasn't really like much. We didn't really have like Twitter was becoming a thing. Snapchat was becoming a thing at the end of high school, as well as Instagram. But we didn't really use it.
Yeah, Facebook was a thing.
Facebook was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was like Facebook was just like messaging.
Yeah.
Like, and then we would just use Messenger. Oh no! Do you remember where you had to write on people's walls?
That's all you did.
Yeah.
There wasn't like Facebook Messenger. It was just like hi on
like
the wall.
now you think about it, everyone could see your conversation.
And you'd have a full-on conversation just on someone's wall.
I'm gonna see what my first
sure.
Instagram post is.
Oh.
Right. That's I think.
But I remember like when I first got my phone, all my friends had phones for like already like 2 or 3 years. So I felt like I was like behind.
Let's see.
But I did remember having all the iPods.
Oh.
Do you remember the iPod that was like short and fat? That only played the music.
Oh yes. Okay.
I had that one.
I had a iPad Nano.
Yeah, the Nano.
I had iPod Nano. And then I had a iPod it's like a bigger one with a bigger screen with a circle. Like it's pretty big.
Touch?
No, it wasn't a touch. It was a iPod Fig. I don't remember what it's called. I had that one, and then I got an iPod Shuffle, which is
the Shuffles.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Shuffles.
Yeah. That forced me to listen to music.
And then the Nanos kept getting like fancier and fancier. It's like I can't afford this.
Okay, give me a second.
I think I've archived some posts.
That's
too.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
I'm gonna find.
I think I deleted some. Okay, but my first post was January 4th, like 2014. That's when I first used Instagram, and that's past high school.
Okay, so the first one is August 12th, 2014.
Wow, right?
I don't know if that's the very first one, because again, I did archive some. I don't know how to get to that.
Yeah, so I literally didn't use Instagram until university.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
That is weird. What is your first photo? Can we see?
Oh, it's a beautiful photo I took on my camera.
Oh, cute.
And this could have been totally calendar worthy.
This is mine.
The trestle.
Before they closed it.
Oh yeah, so the next one is my beautiful. I used to do photography a lot, and this is like the next one. Oh, hashtag back to school. I used to just use literally all hashtags.
Just to get all.
Let's see, what do I have here?
Yeah, hashtags were a huge thing.
I took a picture of a cake and I put hashtag yay, hashtag is it edible, hashtag chocolate, hashtag cake, hashtag the cake is a lie.
Oh my gosh, the cake is a lie. I didn't use too many. I just used like normal hashtags. Aww.
We're all babies.
Cute. I have this one. I don't know if they can see that.
That's the photo we used in our first episode of Catherine and I just literally just like with our feet.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so like we never really had like I remember Snapchat. I remember people used it before I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like I remember just thinking it's weird. It's just sending pictures of yourself to people.
I thought the same thing. I was against it for a while, and then I tried it, and I was like, okay.
Wait, you know what's weird? Now to think about it, like when we grew up, sending photos of yourself to somebody was way more like weird and way more like a no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the word? Not
taboo.
Taboo.
Yeah.
And then like now it's like okay, this is what I think is weird. Kids, if you're listening to this, people add strangers on Snapchat, and like you just put the Snapchat on their Instagram profile. I'm like, they can literally track you
because Snapchat has that map thing.
Yeah, isn't that like for me? It's terrifying.
Yeah. Did you ever have your location on?
No.
No.
I always just like the Snap map. I would have my location off, but I would just creep where my friends are. Yeah.
Yeah. I had mine on for a little bit, but I only ever had people I knew on my Snapchat.
It's like, I don't know why people do that. It's so weird. But it's interesting thinking about how it was such a taboo back then.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Do you remember, you know how it has like or it used to, I don't know if it still does, has like best friends, and you had like 3?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I think you still have that.
Is it?
I think it's 6 now, though.
And I remember like being like, Hoopster passed me on this person's best friend list.
Ooh,
and streaks.
Yes,
and
I was about to say streaks.
Yeah. I think me and my one friend, what did we have? We had over like 400.
You're my best friend.
Yay.
Yeah.
I think we were going on to like 400, but then I was at the point where I was like, I'm over Snapchat. Can we stop this now?
I also had, I think, one over 600. Like, just almost 2 years of my life. And then I decided, like, this is so stupid. Like, I'm just literally just doing it because I'm just sending random, like, sometimes it would just be an S. Like,
streak.
Yeah. And then I snapped everyone saying, I'm going to stop our streak. And then people were like,
people got mad.
Yeah.
That is also, that is a long time. 600 days is over 3 years.
Wait, I have a funny memory. This one time when you wanted me to keep your streaks for you. So then Catherine gave me her login and stuff. So I kept her streaks for her while you went Korea.
Yeah.
Went to Korea. And then I just sent like chin photos. But I just like didn't connect the dots that people that I sent this to would see the photo. So then one time we were at, as usual, which is like a bubble tea cafe here. And then Catherine's friend comes in and he's like, hey, you're the chin guy.
So that is how my other friends know Josh.
Isn't that's so
guy.
funny? Oh, that's a really good memory.
You have your friends save your streaks for you too. Wow.
Yeah, that was the time.
Yeah.
And then I think similar to you, there's a point where I'm just like, this is dumb. I'm done. Yeah. But I think I still have friends who still try to keep the streaks up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the world longest streak is.
Apparently, you can get it back.
How?
You have to like contact Snapchat.
That's cheating.
And they can restore it. Is what I've heard.
Cheating.
It is cheating, but
I wonder what the longest one is, like without cheating.
Who knows?
Hi everyone. RiceWashed wants to hear from you. If you have a topic you want us to discuss or a question you want answered, leave us a message. We'd love to hear from you.
If you are someone like me and love to see people interact in videos, you can find our episodes on YouTube. On our YouTube channel, you can find our games and possibly other bonus content. So make sure you subscribe, you like, and turn on the notification bell.
Speaking of social media, I think we didn't have like Snapchat and Instagram and stuff in high school, but I did watch a lot of YouTube.
So did I.
And I think that was like literally my I would go to school, go home, watch YouTube videos, and then I would have specific subscriptions to certain people on certain days. Like I knew that Wednesday this would come out, or Friday this would come out, and that was and the videos were 7 minutes long. They weren't now 20, 30 minute long videos, but they were I would say I would consider that my childhood in some way, my growing up, my teenage years.
Even before teens, I think I watched some YouTube.
I wonder when. Oh, okay, yeah. So for me, it would be end of middle school, beginning of high school. What were some of the people that you watched?
Ooh, okay. They're mostly Asians, like Ryan Higa, Kev Jumba, Bubs Beauty.
I don't know.
Oh, she was a beauty. Who else? Smosh. I still watch Smosh. I'm sure there were more. I can't think of any now.
Wong Fu.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Wong Fu.
They're still going strong.
They're still going strong, and honestly, thinking about like connecting like what they do for like Asian diversity in films and stuff to like what's happening in the world, like Shang-Chi and all those things. It's so cool. Like, good job. They really set a really good foundation.
Mm-hmm.
We used to watch the Holy Trinity.
Oh yeah.
Mamrie Hart, Hannah Hart, Grace Helbig. Jenna Marbles was hilarious, I thought.
I miss you, Jenna.
Miss you. What else? Who else was there? There was like the YouTube like phase, like the really popular YouTubers that started everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were part of that. We watched that start.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else. It'll come to me.
Oh, Ice One Cube. I don't know if you ever watched him. No, his name is, I think it's Frank. He's a super buff Asian guy. No. Oh, Chester C.
Oh yeah.
Nice guys.
I wonder what he's doing.
Who else? Oh, you ever watched like Tyler Oakley?
Oh yeah, Tyler Oakley. Yeah, there were a bunch of like British people too.
Oh yeah.
That Tyler Oakley and that crew.
Right, and like I think I really missed that. Like it was such a. I know like not everything was like super like. I've heard like there's a lot of drama and stuff that happened during that time, but like I think generally they were pretty genuine and like this whole new internet space and like hanging out, playing games together, doing challenges, and like it was just so fun. It wasn't.
It was before YouTube was monetized, right?
Yeah.
So it was before people were actually making money. So it was just like a good time.
But I think like because they started making money after they did all these things, it just became what they did. Like they would just hang out, they would just go eat, they would just like you're really invested in these friendships, right? And it's like cool. Like sometimes like. I think like a couple months ago, I found out like Zoella, I think her name is, like she was pregnant or something.
She had a baby.
Oh, she had a baby.
She already had the baby. Yeah.
Right. That's the people that we used to watch grow up. Like they were mostly all university students, I think. Right. So that's so interesting. That's so weird to me. That's so interesting.
I think it'd be cool to like if you were on YouTube that long, just seeing all your old videos from forever ago and watching those back.
Oh, so cringe.
Right.
But
to have those like memories to look back on.
That's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think like the nowadays I don't really watch any YouTubers anymore. Like it's not really like it's just doesn't fit my vibe anymore, you know. I think I associate YouTube with those videos I used to watch, and now everything's so different. It's like no, like look how much money I have. That's kind of how I feel.
It is a lot of like lifestyle and kind of like flaunting and like hauls, like shopping hauls and all that stuff now. And I'm sure there are like other channels that are still. I
think it also it's weird that they're all like high school students, and then they kind of like they started in high school and then kind of just went on, while the people that we used to watch were adults. Yeah, going on YouTube. So I think there was a sense of more like maturity. In it, but yeah, I miss the old YouTube days. Yeah.
So there's no one you watch anymore religiously.
I don't like. Sometimes like I'm still subscribed to basically everyone I used to watch, but I just kind of like. Yeah. So like for example, Try Guys I watch sometimes.
Oh, yeah, Try Guys.
Oh, and it used to be. BuzzFeed was a huge thing back then. Yeah. They would release all these really funny videos and really educational videos, actually. I really grown attached to, like, what's her name? Sophia Nagaran?
Sophia, yeah.
That's not her name, I don't think. I think I said it wrong. But her and, like, you know, Eugene and all those people, like, from the BuzzFeed time. I think that was high school, beginning university. Yeah. And then they became their own little thing. So sometimes I watch them and I see their video pop up just to see what's up. But generally, I'm just watching those animes and K-dramas.
Not crying over those K-dramas. You did watch one, though, that you said made you tear up.
Oh, 39. If you're watching that, it's still coming out, I think, weekly. Just really hits this conversation I used to have with one of my friends. Yeah.
And if he tears up at something, you know it's sad because he never cries.
I never cry
at
anything.
Yeah.
Well, something that's popped up in my head was I know TikTok is a huge thing now, and like we're still trying to know what that is. But like back then, like Vine was a huge thing.
I wasn't on Vine.
I wasn't on Vine, but I watched like some funny Vines, and
Yeah.
that really started like. I think a lot of Viners went into YouTube.
Yeah,
Right,
that
and
makes
then-
sense. Yeah.
But then also the Vine became Musical.ly. Is that what it's called? Do you remember
Yeah, I wasn't on that either. If I missed that whole era for some reason.
that? It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, social media has just been like before. I feel like social media was just kind of like a hobby, just kind of like
Hmm.
people just kind of posted on there for fun. And now it's like,
It's a full-on job for people
yeah,
now.
careers.
People make a lot of money on YouTube.
People make too much money.
like there's
like-
like teenagers buying houses.
Like,
And then guys, help us. We're trying to.
like I saw a lot of videos about and like articles about like how, you know, all these teenagers are making so much money and how dangerous that can be. Like, because when you suddenly have so much money, you just kind of buy all these things, and then you become very self-absorbed kind of idea. And so I can see how that's damaging, and how like there's like so many people who are exposed now, or like, you know, whatever, called out. But it's just like they're all young. Like that's what I'm worried about.
Just hope
honestly.
that they have someone that's there to help them manage it. Like if I was a teenager with that much money, I don't even know what I would do.
Well, I probably would buy everything. I think I probably wouldn't. I would totally understand why I wouldn't have self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially for like us who didn't grow up in very like, you know, wealthy families. Of course, when you suddenly get all this money, you're like, oh my gosh, I can spend it all.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is crazy.
Like, I mean, it'd be cool if like Catherine and I made money off this podcast.
Pretty sweet.
Please sponsor us, Ding Tea. Please.
Please.
But like, I think it's kind of nice just knowing that this isn't our job. Like, it's just like we have work outside of this, and this is kind of just for fun. And if something comes out of it, I think we're both like, oh yeah, let's totally do whatever we can with this. But generally, it's just for fun.
That's good. Yeah, interesting to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
If it does, who knows?
And who like listens to this, like, it'd be really cool. Yeah, like, because I know like some of my friends watch this, so thank you for tuning in all the time. We really appreciate your support. And it's like they have told me and you that they really enjoyed it, and it speaks to them. Like, there's probably so many other people that also relate to that, and so it'd be really cool to see, like, even in the next, maybe when you even when we hit like we're in like what, the 5th month of us doing this. This is the 12th. I don't know what episode this is. It's already like kind of, it's cool to see other people that we don't know follow us. And
It's a
like
weird
us.
thing to
Mhm.
think about, like strangers
Mm-hmm.
listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was weird in the beginning for me. Like it felt like you're super exposed, but I guess that's just what happens when you.
It's like, I remember
put
when we
yourself
were
out
like,
that.
are you going to post it on your personal Instagram? I'm like, are you going to post it?
Should we post it?
And like, I think we both are just like, it's a difficult thing to like put yourself out there and like put your opinion out there. But to be honest, like, there's so many opinions. You can't please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Catherine and I both kind of see this as having fun.
Mhm.
And we're literally just laughing at each other for most of it. So you like that?
Watch it?
You
That's
like
your
that?
thing?
Yeah. But I think also it's just, you know, for our friends like who know us personally, they have mentioned how it's been nice to kind of get to know the both of us, because
Mhm.
you know, you don't really just talk about these random topics out of
Yeah.
nowhere. So, and it's nice to like talk to guests. Like I loved having like
We just had Randy on.
we just had Randy, Rosanna,
Yeah.
Bonnie, like it's so cool to be like, we have our own experiences, but we can relate so much to each other, but also differ from each other.
It's really nice to be able to learn a lot about our guests as well.
Like, I didn't know about Randy's high school life,
Yeah, neither did I.
okay? And he didn't know much about us.
Mhm.
And I've known Randy for probably over like, oh my gosh, like 10 years. right? And so it's always room to grow and to learn. And I think that's a really cool thing about the social media space is that you can learn so much and relate so much to strangers that it makes everything so human.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we can help people or, in any way. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Social media is crazy that way.
It is crazy that way.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to sponsor us, we are very open to any ideas. Bubble tea. What else? Clothing.
Food.
Please
Anything.
contact us. Please contact our managers, us.
They're like, they're not.
If you know anybody or any brands, like Catherine and I would be happy to connect and have fun with it, I think.
Mm-hmm. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite social media platform?
Oh. I think it's changed. I think in university it was Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat was what I thrived in and had lots of fun in university. When I started working, it became more Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's when I started putting more photos out and all that stuff in our podcast. But I don't know, like I don't know, in terms of social media platforms, I kind of am backing off a bit. I feel like I'm kind of done with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I use Instagram because I want to post photos or our podcast stuff. But that's about it. How about you?
Yeah. I know for me, it was Facebook, like way early on. And Snapchat.
Wait.
Yeah.
MSN Messenger. Sorry, that was my vibe.
Oh my gosh.
For like so long.
I forgot about MSN.
Yeah.
Aw.
That was our first messaging application.
Wow.
And I remember just like sending nudges and like
Yeah, and those little like weird, what were they called? The emojis, but they took up the whole screen.
Oh yeah, you get the like water balloon
Yeah.
screen.
Oh, what are those called?
MSN Messenger.
And you could like update your name and like little status. And,
Yeah.
like,
And then you can like change your photos and everything. Yeah, that was so fun.
oh, I missed that.
Sorry,
That's not a thing
I cut you
anymore,
off.
hey?
Yeah, that was my no. I don't think so.
No.
That was my favorite one for a long time.
Did you ever have MySpace?
No,
What's the other one?
I know AOL was a messaging thing.
AOL, yeah. Tumblr?
I did for a bit because my friends did, and I got kind of bored out of it. So
Yeah, same. I think all I ever did was just like reblog things. I never actually posted anything.
and I never got into Twitter.
No, neither did I.
Yeah.
I had it because I was in this like info tech class, and they made you sign up for it for some reason.
Interesting.
So I had it, but I never used it.
Mm.
I never really saw the appeal in Twitter.
Sorry, I cut you off earlier. You were saying
What was I saying?
you liked Facebook.
Oh yeah, it was Facebook, and then Snapchat,
Mhm.
and then Instagram. I still like Instagram. I'm still on it quite a bit. And TikTok.
Okay, TikTok. Like it's funny. Like
It's
there's
funny.
people are funny and like creative. It kind of brings back kind of a little bit of Vine vibes,
Mhm.
but Vine was only like 7 seconds, right? So, but like we've been kind of like trying to use it more, and like it's kind of funny. And I know there's a stigma behind people our age using it, but like
Whatever.
people are funny. Like
Yeah.
that's all I can say.
People are. I was surprised. I felt about TikTok the same way I felt about Snapchat. At first, I was like, I really need this. But then when you try it, you're like, oh, there's actually
yeah.
some good stuff on
It's
here.
kind of chill, kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool seeing all like the older people, more wise people, like doing the app, being like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, that's literally
That's
us. Yeah.
How do I edit this video?
We're trying to film that video we posted. The
The little dance thing?
dancing.
Oh.
When we were looking at photos or something, we
Yeah.
were like, just trying to didn't know.
Like,
what
how
we
do
were
we edit
doing.
this?
But no, like I totally can see why people enjoy TikTok. It's like so fast, so quick, little funny little things, and then
It's not just like funny things too. There's like actually like really useful stuff on there, like recipes, and there's like therapists doing cute little.
oh yeah, I did find like I did try a good
Videos
recipe from TikTok before.
What was it?
It was from Tiffany Cooks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
very good. I made a really good meat stew.
I made her garlic chili oil noodles.
Right, so
They're
like
really
I just
good.
like there's like a stigma behind it, but like I don't know. It's just another platform that like I'm sure another one's gonna pop up some other time, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is the new thing, whatever. Everything's changing, and live your life,
Do what you want.
do what you want.
I heard that this is true. That you can't make money off of TikTok if you're in Canada. Like the creator fund is only in like in US or something.
Yeah,
No, it is true.
I think so.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
But like, I mean, there are like really really popular like Canadian TikTokers,
Mhm.
like
There's Chris. I don't know if you know.
Call Me Chris. Yeah. There are like Tippy Cooks, who's a foodie, but they make like really good content, and I guess through TikTok they have exposure,
That's true.
and then they can get brands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you like to sponsor,
Circle back.
go back to that. Yeah, I find that TikTok kind of hits things for everybody. Like there's some comedic things, there's some educational things. Like I find funny TikToks that I sent to you, but also sent to like my brother who doesn't use TikTok, or my friends. And I don't know. I just find it's for just a little bit for everybody.
The TikTok algorithm is scary sometimes.
I don't even
with
know
how accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes my friend was talking to me about this. She's like, I swear I'll think something and then it'll show up on my TikTok feed. And I was like, honestly, yes.
I mean, okay, well, these things listen to us.
Mhm.
Like,
For sure.
I remember seeing this video. I don't know where I saw this video, probably on YouTube, where this person just like started shouting all these random like things into the phone, and then they started getting ads for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, I was talking to my dad about something, and then whatever topic, and then I started getting asked for it.
There's one thing that really weird that happened to me at work. I was talking to my coworker and I was talking about how I liked his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on that day, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram, I was scrolling and the exact shirt showed up on an ad on either Facebook or something. And I was like, that's really, really weird. How is it the exact shirt?
Did you have your phone out? No, probably not.
No.
Because I know like people say like the audio and the camera thing, which is kind of creepy.
It's really, I don't know. It was
That's
weird.
why you cover your webcam. My computer's webcam is not covered.
Oh, they're watching.
Watching us do this.
Yeah. Habit of putting like a sticker or something over
Yeah.
your webcam.
It is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I think social media is like a huge thing, and you can't really. It's always going to be around. So, just like you don't like it, you don't like it. You like it, you like it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where it's going nowadays. Everything's going technical.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting, like seeing how, like, the whole idea of 9 to 5 will be now. You know, like I mean, when we grew up, it was pretty much everyone did it. Then the YouTubers started changing that, and then now it's like TikTokers who are changing that. So, like, I can understand why people love the idea, because then you have your own flexible schedule. You can hang out with your family more, which is like honestly such a good thing. And the pandemic really showed people that. But like there are people who like 9 to 5, like just to this routine done.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to worry about
You don't have to worry about
constantly
anything
making
else.
content, and I feel like that would be stressful. I
Yeah,
feel like the pressure
yeah,
would be difficult, especially now
yeah.
because there's so much content out already. Like it's so saturated that trying to find something new.
Do you ever like see videos of like people talking about like get off your 9 to 5 job? Like you can do
I've
this
seen
side hustle. Blah, blah,
I
blah.
get those a lot on my TikTok, and I'm like, oh,
And it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's like there's some people actually do like their 9 to 5.
Mhm.
It's okay.
I don't hate mine. You go to work, you come home, and then that's it.
And it's like I think what's good about it is a set time. You know what's happening, but also like what's important is like the community aspect outside of work, right? So if you have a good life balance, it doesn't really bother people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And you make hopefully enough money to live.
hopefully. Today's age.
But yeah, I think that's everything we have planned for it.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is growing and thriving and changing, and we're just getting older and probably gonna be less aware of everything.
It's interesting because we grew up in that era where it was just before all this
What are you trying to say?
technological? Am I saying that wrong?
Technological? There you go.
Yeah.
Technological?
Stuff happened.
Yeah.
Like, I remember dial-up internet still.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, when someone called,
And
internet died.
landlines, yeah.
Yep.
Like, you didn't have your own cell phone. You had a shared landline at home.
Kids, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
I remember we had the floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was on a disc.
Yep. CDs.
Yeah.
They're not even a thing anymore.
had a
Or people still
Discman
use them.
That you carried.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, everything on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having to carry a phone and an iPod if I wanted to listen to music because my first phone didn't have music.
Yeah.
You were carrying so much stuff.
But also it's kind of nice because it's like my phone survived longer because I didn't use it for everything.
Yeah.
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 It's crazy. Everything's changing. I don't know. Like, I felt like I remember when I first started teaching, I'm like, I'm young, I'm hip, I know everything. I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, I'm like, I can connect projectors and all those things, print things fine, but there are some things I'm just like, I thought I would be okay at this. And
So out of touch now.
I'm so out of touch.
That old millennial.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you could relate to some of it if you're around our age, but also just appreciate the social media realm that's existing now that wasn't around before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Peace out. How do we end this?
Hey everyone! If you'd like to follow us on our other social media accounts, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at RiceWashed Podcast. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at JMKPoon and Catherine at Catherine Lava.
RiceWashed is now on Patreon. Patreon is a monthly subscription service that allows you to support the podcast as well as get access to exclusive patron-only content. Currently, we have 2 tiers. Rice Buds, a $5 monthly subscription solely to help support us, and a second tier called Rice Fam. For $15 a month, you get to support the pod and receive access to bonus videos. Who wouldn't want to see more of us? Check out the link in the podcast description.